Maliha, you can start.
Okay, sir. Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all for the 8th International Webinar 2022 organized by IELTA Bangladesh. Mr. Mohammad Humayun Kabir, Honorable President, IELTA Bangladesh, will preside over today's webinar. I am Maliha Anjum, a student of IUBAT, International University of Business, Agriculture and Technology, Uttara, Dhaka, extending heartiest welcome and appreciation to all of you for attending this intellectual gathering, and thank you all for joining together on this beautiful evening to make this webinar a success. Dear IELTA scholars from home and abroad, valued presenters, respected President, Ambassador, Vice President, and other esteemed members from IELTA Bangladesh chapter, we are very happy to have you in this program. At the very beginning, we would love to request everyone to listen our national anthem, and for this, I would like to request our Vice President, AKM Rizal Karim sir, to play our national anthem.
আমার সোনার বাংলা, আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি, চিরদিন তোমার আকাশ, চিরদিন তোমার আকাশ, তোমার বাতাস আমার প্রাণে, ওমা আমার প্রাণে বাজায় বাঁশি সোনার বাংলা, আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি, ওমা ফাগুনে তো রামের বনে প্রাণে পাগল করে, মরি হায় হায় রে ওমা ফাগুনে তো আমের বনে প্রাণে পাগল করে, পাগল বাড়ি ওমা ঘ্রাণে তোর ভরা খেতে কি দেখেছি, আমি কি দেখেছি মধুর হাসি সোনার বাংলা, আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি, কি শোভা কি ছায়া গো, কি স্নেহ কি মায়া গো, কি আঁচল বিছায়েছ বটের মূলে নদীর কূলে কূলে, মা তোর মুখের বাণী আমার কানে লাগে সুধার মতো, মরি হায় হায় রে মা তোর মুখের বাণী আমার কানে লাগে সুধার মতো, মা তোর বদন খানি মলিন হলে আমি নয়ন, ওমা আমি নয়ন জলে ভাসি সোনার বাংলা, আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি।
Thank you, sir, and thank you all. They are all the guests of honors of our today's webinar. There is a form. I would like to request everyone to fill up the form with your contact information to get the certificate for attending 8th International Webinar. The link is given in the chat box. Now, it is my pleasure to invite Mr. Siddhartha Shekhar Vishwas, the Ambassador of IELTA Bangladesh, to deliver his welcome speech. Sir.
Thank you, Maliha Anjum. Good day, good evening from Bangladesh. Respected colleagues and audience, I am Siddhartha Shekhar Vishwas, Ambassador of IELTA Bangladesh. Today is the 8th webinar in the history of Bangladesh, IELTA Bangladesh. It is 8, but before this, many times we have arranged various meetings and workshops internally for ourselves development. Last month, IELTA Bangladesh Students Forum organized workshop with their favorite teacher, Mr. A.K.M. Rejaul Karim, our Honorable Vice President of IELTA Bangladesh. Students are the assets of the nation. Teachers are only for the students. In this regard, we are inspired by the active activities of IELTA Central Students Forum, especially for the activities of Ms. Nirmala Devi Kandasamy, who is Chief of IELTA Students Forum. Besides, for the activities of Dr. Glenn, Dr. Afshin, Ms. Juliana, Ms. Pauliana, Mr. Bryant Atencia, Dr. Taruna Kapoor, etc. Then Honorable IELTA President Dr. Neil encourages us all the time. Recently, the Southeast University and IUBAT have been already added to IELTA Bangladesh. The members who are very active, they have got chance in our core committee. Beside this, district ambassadors are working from the root level for implementing the spirit of IELTA. Now we are trying to arrange 2 times webinar up to December 2022 if the situation favors us. Physical meeting, study tour, financial fund development, building of IELTA Bangladesh Students Forum, etc. have already been established and running. Various social media like Facebook, Facebook page, Messenger group, WhatsApp group have helped us mass. Through our activities, we want to implement IELTA's aims and objectives like organizing international events, writing educational articles, month forum about global issues, doing research on teaching purposes, opening an international teacher school. I want to mention you all that our honorable guest, IELTA specialist and chief advisor of IELTA Bangladesh, Professor Dr. Muhammad Sabdar Bhatti, the Islamia University of Pakistan, stays with us for all time and assists us with his excellency. IELTA Bangladesh is grateful to him. Now, I would like to welcome Dr. Neil Yarvelo Alcantara, IELTA President. He is from Peru. Ms. Sola Abu Zaid, IELTA Vice President from Lebanon. Dr. Afshin Salauddin, IELTA General Secretary from Pakistan. Dr. Glenn Cortizano, IELTA Academic Director from Philippines. Mrs. Nirmala Devi Kandasamy, Chief of IELTA Learners Department. She is from Malaysia. Ms. Pauliana, IELTA Teachers Coordinator. She is from Poland. Ms. Juliana Vasquez, IELTA Research Department. She is from Panama. And all distinguished members and audience, most welcome. Now I would like to mention that the theme of today's webinar is teaching and learning vocabulary. Then I would like to welcome our honorable speaker, Ms. Tuba Kizilkan. She is ELT professional researcher, a mind mapping of memory techniques instructor. She is from Turkey. Next, Dr. Muhammad Sabdar Bhatti, Honorable Faculty of English, the Islamia University of Bhavalpur, Pakistan. He is great researcher, philosopher, and internationally reputed speaker. Next speaker is Miss Rasha Nadim Al-Thimani. She is a professor of English to the Islamia University of Beirut. She is from Lebanon. She is internationally reputed speaker from Lebanon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your speech. We are honored to have with us Mr. Neil Arevalo Alcantara, the president of IELTA. I would like to request sir to present his valuable speech. Sir. Okay. It is time to invite Mr. Mohammad Humayun Kabir Sir, the Honorable President of IELTA Bangladesh, to present his valuable speech. Sir.
Assalamu alaikum. Namaskar, good evening, good afternoon, and a good morning to you all. This is Mohammad Humayun Kabir, President, IELTA Bangladesh. It's indeed a great privilege to welcome you all to our 8th international webinar. We always look forward to marching forward in our quest for knowledge. We strive towards a better future, and we strongly believe in this amazing and beautiful language, English. English breaks communication barriers. Despite differences in our nationalities, we can communicate with each other and express what we feel through this language. So this difference, not for differentiation, but for cooperation and collaboration. The audience, let us witness today's webinar from 3 of the speakers from Lebanon, Turkey, and Pakistan. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging speech. We are now going to start our webinar through the presentation of our today's valued speakers. In the midst of us, we have Tuba Kizilkan, ELT Professional, Turkey, Dr. Muhammad Shavdar Bhatti, Honorable Faculty of English, the Islamia University of Bahawalpur, Pakistan, Rasha Nadim Al-Timani, Professor of English, the Islamia University of Beirut, Lebanon. Now, it is time to listen our first speaker, Tuba Kizilkan from Turkey, but before that, I would like to share some information about her. Tuba Kizilkan is an ELT professional who has been teaching English to all age levels for about 22 years. She graduated from Ege University, English Language and Literature Department in 2000. She has also another bachelor's degree on international relations and master's degree on English language teaching. She is also a mind mapping, speed reading, and memory techniques instructor and an NLP practitioner as well. She is focused on linguistics, neuroscience, and languages, and has been conducting academic research on linguistics, ELT, mind mapping, and education. She has attended several webinars and international congresses as a presenter focusing on English language teaching education, linguistics, speed reading, and mind mapping. May I request Tuba Kizilkan ma'am to present her topic, mind mapping on English vocabulary and language acquisition. Could you please present your topic, ma'am?
Thank you very much, Ms. Anjum, for this honorable and warm introduction and welcome. And greetings from Turkey, Izmir, Turkey, to all over the world, or to all the attendants. Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon. Okay, and thank you for the opportunity. It's a really pleasure for me to have my presentation here. Okay, let me start my presentation. Is my screen clear?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, as it was mentioned, my topic is about mind mapping on English vocabulary and language acquisition. I will briefly be talking about what a mind map is and how to create one, and advantages of mind maps, and the language acquisition and mind mapping relation, and including how to create vocabulary mind maps, and also I will be sharing my references at the very end. Okay, here is a mind map I've created. I have created hundreds of mind maps in all levels and on so many different topics, actually, many several topics. Okay, and this one is about my presentation. I have created a mind map on my presentation in general. So I will be talking about what a mind map is and how to create one. Okay, I will be talking about the parts of a mind map and how to create one and what it includes. And I will be talking about advantages of mind maps, including left and right brain qualifications, and how a mind map involves both hemispheres of the brain. Also, I will be talking about the language acquisition and mind mapping relation, as I mentioned. And as you can see, there are some baby lines here. And finally, I will be focusing on English vocabulary and mind mapping relation. Okay. Please look at this mind map carefully. First, what a mind map is, it is based on keywords, not the whole sentences. That is why, because the brain does not like long sentences and it cannot memorize long sentences. So we need keywords, and when we use keywords, the brain fulfills and recalls the rest of the sentences. Also, we need colors because the brain likes colors. And colors help a person remember and learn English language or any other languages, including vocabulary. And also we need some images because the brain associates images with the words. So we need some associations, personal associations, actually. And also we can use some symbols, a personal symbol, for example. And it needs to be clockwise. Why? Because the brain learns clockwise. And we need curves. Brain does not like straight lines, but likes curves, just like our brain cell. And we have some main branches, and we can add many sub branches, as many as we want. That is a general view of a mind map. And why mind mapping? Why would we need mind mapping when we learn English language and vocabulary? Here is the answer. Because it enables the meaningful learning. When we create one, a person associates the aimed vocabulary and language components to mind maps. And also it improves productivity and creativity. It boosts creativity a lot. And it stimulates the memory and associations and also thoughts. And mind mapping also helps to recall information. We can remember all the information. And it is a great way to memorize new vocabulary. Also, it is a fun way of learning, no matter what age group are the learners. It does not matter from the very young learners to the adults. It is always a fun way of learning. And it also allows to organize a time. It's a time saver, not time spender. And also it allows people to brainstorm. It's a great means of brainstorming, which is very important also in terms of learning. We need to brainstorm and we need to learn something, especially vocabulary. And it also promotes comprehension, which is also a very important part of learning. So what is the relation of language acquisition and mind mapping? We can say mind mapping is a radiant hierarchical structure of mind maps, and triggers help to grasp a lot of information. We sometimes need to learn lots of new words, lots of vocabulary and language components, and we can learn through mind maps in much more easier and shorter way. And keeping update and enhancing such skills as brainstorming and making presentations. And also it helps simulating creative thinking and generating new ideas. And also it helps connecting all the details together. It gives you a holistic view of the aimed vocabulary or language competence. Visualizing and classifying the information, analyzing and collecting the data, and exchanging the information, and understanding the learning material, and also using information for collaborative work, which is also important when it comes to learning a new language for students. And okay, this is another mind map I created about mind mapping and language learning. Okay, our topic is learning vocabulary, but I would like to make it in general from the beginning and going to vocabulary. Okay, firstly, it helps you studying grammar. When it comes to complex grammar concepts, it provides breaking the items into the little ones, and it makes the vocabulary or the language or the grammar simple and related. Also, it is associated with images, and this helps a lot to remember vocabulary and grammar points. And it also compares and summarizes the grammar knowledge, and also it when someone studies through mind maps, it helps a learner remember better and organize the data. And in terms of building vocabulary, we usually use one-word definitions. And synonyms, you can add the synonyms and antonyms and the parts of speech and translations and many things as you want. You can even add some videos and audios to your mind maps. I'm, of course, talking about digital ones, the digital applications and digital softwares. You can add so many things, and also that means that our contemporary world, we have the digital learners, digital natives, we call them. So the mind maps, the digital mind maps really appeal digital natives in terms of learning English language. And also it helps greatly for note taking. This is very effective for short phrases and also simple words. Also, this nonlinear words, nonlinear kind of noting helps me remember much better. And the sentences are harder to memorize, and the linear note taking is really hard to memorize. Actually, it cannot be memorized at all, usually. And it's a time saver, as I mentioned before, and it's a great overview of the whole knowledge, the data. And also it can help working with tutors, and a mind map acts like an agenda, actually, and it's a visual tool to aid listening comprehension. Also, it provides a quick review of any kind of image that come up. Also, it improves writing skills. It keeps a person focused on both bigger picture and relevant details, which is quite important in terms of memorizing and learning language. And also, it is a creative way of writing. It provides a creative way of writing, and it also allows feedback and a chance of rewriting. Here is a mind map I have created for, I guess, my secondary class students, yes. And this is to teach the verbs followed by gerunds. As you can see, it has a main topic, which is colorful, and it is from left to right in a circular way. And it also has colors and images. This helps students, learners, help the new vocabulary in a very fun way, and also they can remember it much later. So it's not only in the working memory, it is stored in long-term memory. This is very important. For example, this is another example of verb be in all tenses. As you can see the whole tenses in only one simple mind map. So this is holistic. You can add many examples, example sentences, also videos, links, and many things as you want, even your documents and your personal notes and your personal recordings you can add to this. So this is, I think, a perfect way of learning a new language. And particularly vocabulary. For example, this one is about restaurant vocabulary. This includes the expressions that are used in a restaurant, also some new vocabulary, as you can see. So by creating and studying a mind map, this is really much more easier for learners to learn new vocabulary. I would like to share another example with you. This is about shopping vocabulary again. And as you can see, we have new words here from right to left again, and non-linear way with colors, and one or two, maybe 3 words in each curve, in each line. And also there are some interesting pictures. These can be made by hand. They can be handmade also. And a learner is free to pick up his or her own vocabulary, own words, and own images. So there is not a template for this. Actually, there are many templates, but a student does not have to use templates. So a learner can create his or her own one. And this is another one. This is about telephone phrasal verbs. And this one, again, includes some examples as they are used in a dictionary, as you can see. And this is also a great way to learn. Instead of linear note-taking, linear kind of studying, learning new vocabulary, this one really appeals to brain. So I call mind mapping technique brain-friendly. And okay, so who is the creator of mind maps? Let me talk about them briefly. According to Buzan, actually, Buzan is a father, we can call him father of mind maps, is cited in Yang. A mind map benefits in many respects to students. It helps associate new information with prior knowledge. And rather than rote learning, it forces students to find connections in their minds that lead to meaningful learning. Secondly, it's an effective tool for solving complex problems. Once all the ideas have been presented, they can be grouped and illustrated in a highly organized structure that gives students a better understanding than before. And thirdly, mind maps stimulate creativity and make learning more spontaneous, flexible, and fun. Students are allowed to clear their heads as soon as the idea comes to mind. And as Wilson and Dr. Dixon mentioned, our preliminary study shows evidence that suggests that the use of mind maps to teach science content may have significant implications in language learning environments. The brevity and ease of note-taking, the reduction of cognitive load, and the ability of communicative knowledge without filler words was particularly useful to our students. Our findings are in tandem with those of other researchers who have had similar experiences, albeit sometimes teaching in different content areas. And Johnston and Sleeping suggest that chunking, we call it chunking, and which is facilitated by mind maps, helps in main idea selection and relation of ideas, reduces the amount of information for processing, and so increases the capacity of mental working memory, which creates more space for critical thinking. And another complementary aspect of using mind maps in our classes was the freedom of individual expression and creativity that was afforded to the students, which we believe was instrumental in stimulating students' interest and hence increased engagement. This was evident in the variety of styles, the use of color, and even icons inserts in the mind maps. This is another feature that is useful in teaching emerita students who are by nature artistic and creative. This helps students to feel relaxed, creating a fertile environment for learning to take place. It also allows for diverse learning styles and creativity within the classroom. Okay, and these are my references. I hope I did not exceed my time, and I would happily answer all the questions possible. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, ma'am, for your outstanding presentation. Please take our sincere gratitude. Now,
Thank you.
respected participant, if there are any questions towards this topic, please raise your hand.
Oh, and by the way, thank you for all the great feedbacks, and I hope this inspires all the privileged, all the valuable attendants here. Probably we are colleagues, and I hope they inspired you all. Thank you.
Okay. Seems there is no question about it. Now, I'd like to request our Honorable President Mohammad Humayun Kabir Sir to hand over the certificate to Tuba Kizil Khan ma'am for the topic Mind Mapping on English Vocabulary and Language Acquisition. Sir.
First of all, thank you, Tuba. Thank you so much, Tuba. That it also helped me a lot and added to my experience really. And I've got some ideas, new ideas, how to enrich students' vocabulary as well as our vocabulary. Believe it or not, really fantastic.
Thank you. I'm very pleased to hear that, and thank you.
Thank
Very
you so
kind
much.
of you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.
Thank you. Certificate of Appreciation. This certificate is proudly presented to Tuba Kilkizan from Turkey in grateful recognition and heartfelt gratitude for serving as guest speaker of 8th International Webinar of International English Language Teachers Association Bangladesh, held via Zoom on 18 November 2022. Topic was mind mapping on English vocabulary and language acquisition. Thank you, Tuba.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kaber.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker of today's webinar is Dr. Mohammad Shavdar Bhatti from Pakistan. Before inviting, I would like to share a few words about him. Dr. Mohammad Shavdar Bhatti is an ELT expert with 26 years IELTS and TEFL teaching and training experience. He has widely published in numerous peer-reviewed research journals, authored 4 books, supervised extensively, and has delivered keynote and plenary speeches at various international forums. He has conducted and attended scores of ELT workshops and seminars within the country. He has been awarded honorary doctorate in ELT and applied linguistics by an American university due to his remarkable services in the field of ELT. He has recipient of National Human Rights Professional Award 2016 by IHRO, Islamabad, Pakistan. He is also awarded Certificate of Pride and Honor by Arab Translators Association, Palestine. He is among 128 intellectuals, educators, and scholars from all over the world who get this certificate. RTA has also awarded him Academic Excellence Award. He is the recipient of Global EduLeader Award by International Internship University, India. Currently, he is teaching in the Islamia University of Bahawalpur, Pakistan. May I request to Dr. Shavdar Bhatti to present his topic, New Trends in Teaching Vocabulary and to the ESL Learners.
Safdar, Dr. Safdar, if you don't mind, may I interrupt for a few seconds, please? Why the Alabasi had a question, I think, for Tuba. Can she ask it? Sorry for the interruption. Just a question from Alabasi. Alabasi, yes. Would you like to ask a question? Yes. You raised your hand, please, a quick question. Vati, I'm sorry for this, just a little interruption.
No worries, dear. Thank you for the wonderful presentation. Actually, we are neighbors because I'm from Egypt. I'm IELTA Ambassador Egypt. Well, Tuba, congratulations for the successful presentation you have delivered today. But I have it's not a question. If time permits, I need even one to mind mapping. I know that there is a lot, but if you can just share one, it would be highly appreciated. Thank you. Thank you, IELTA.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Alabasa, for this great feedback. I'm really glad that to hear that this is a useful and fruitful one for you. Actually, I was prepared for this question, and I was waiting for this question. Thank you for asking, because it's an important question. The one I'm using is iMindMap version 4 and version 11. But there are so many free ones. They are limited, but mostly they're free. The free versions are limited. I could recommend Iowa, which is an updated form of iMindMap. Also, you can try MindMaster. That's also nice, good. And you can also give a try for Mind Manager, Xmind, Miro, or Mindomo. But you can start with Iowa maybe. And MindMaster also could be, practical for you.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Tuba. Can you
Actually,
just
I
write,
can. Yes,
write
yes,
the
yes.
names on the
I'm about
chat?
to write them. Sure.
Thank
sure.
you so much.
You're
Best
welcome.
of luck, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. And
Thank
Dr.
you for
Safdar,
the
please carry
question.
on. With this clever, it will be in the chat box, and Dr. Safdar, please carry on.
Thank you.
Let us bear with the technical issues, maybe, ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe technical problems, sir. Actually,
Yes, I think so.
we're all facing this problem.
Yeah. Dr. Sabdapati, are you there, sir?
Maybe Sabdavat sir is not here.
Disconnected.
Okay, sir, I check it.
There might be some problem.
Yeah.
Maybe, sir, due to technical problem, actually Sabdavat sir is also absent here.
Okay. Just wait for a few moments.
Yes, sir, we can take a few minutes.
Yeah. Siddhartha sir, could you please contact if you have the scope?
Sure, sir. Sure.
Sir, can we go the next presenter?
Yeah, just talking to Sabdar maybe. Siddhartha sir is trying to contact. Just have a few moments, please. Dear audience, I think Dr. Sabdapati waiting. If there is any technical issues, then we'll go for the next. Just a few moments, please.
Okay, sir.
He's coming, okay.
So Reza sir, Siddhartha sir, could you contact? Could you please contact? Were you able to
He
contact?
didn't receive. I am calling, but
Okay, then should we shift to the next?
Yes, sir. Can you go
Oh,
the
Russia is absent still. Russia is not there. Let's wait for a few moments again. Since our last speaker, third speaker is not present here. Isn't it? Yeah. Reza sir has told.
Yes, sir. She's present.
And feel free to ask anything, dear audience, during this pause time. Let us make it more interactive. Let there be no silence now. We know silence is golden, but let interaction be diamond or jewel.
exactly, sir.
sorry, you may give the floor of for AKM result Karim sir.
Yeah, Reza sir, if you have
Hello?
something to share, you can.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please share some for passing our lazy time.
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Shibdavati is joining, I think. Okay, sir. I think, Assalamu alaikum. Good to see you, sir. Dr. Sabdavati.
Walaikum salam, sir. How are you? Very, very
Alhamdulillah, we are
sorry for
fine.
this.
We were eagerly waiting for you. It's your time. Totally your time.
Okay,
You
sir.
can
So
take
nice.
as much time as you want, sir. No problem.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So nice of you.
Thank you, please.
Is my screen visible to you, sir?
Yeah, it's showing that it's coming. Just not yet shown, but I think it's starting. Yeah, it's visible.
Okay.
Fantastic flower.
And am I audible?
Clear, loud
Yes,
and clear,
Yes, sir.
sir.
You can
Okay,
start.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and
Salam.
good evening to all of you. This is Dr. Muhammad Sadharvati from Bahawalpur, Pakistan. First of all, I would like to thank IELTA Bangladesh for taking me at this forum to present for the, I think, fourth or the fifth time. Am I right, sir? And very nice to
Yes.
see you all once again.
Thank you, sir.
So, the topic of my presentation is new techniques for teaching vocabulary to the ESL learners. And that is the some objectives of my workshop. Respected audience, vocabulary is the foundation of language. It is important because it is the basis of all languages. It is like a raw building block that we can use to express our thoughts and ideas, share information, understand others, and grow personal relationships. It refers to the words we must understand to communicate effectively. Educators often consider 4 types of vocabulary: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Listening vocabulary refers to the words we need to know to understand what we hear. Speaking vocabulary consists of the words we use when we speak. It is a key to reading comprehension. Readers can't understand what they are reading without knowing what most of the words mean. As children learn to read more advanced texts, they must learn the meaning of new words that are not part of their oral vocabulary. Knowing more words allows the learners to choose their words more precisely to become more effective when communicating with others. It empowers learners academically. The more words a language learner has at his disposal, the more skilled he is at reading. In fact, a strong vocabulary forms the foundation of good spoken and written communication skills. When learners know more words, this increases their understanding by allowing them to communicate in greater detail and express their wants and ideas more clearly. Learning and practicing vocabulary daily improves reading comprehension. When learners can understand most of the word meanings, they are able to better comprehend the text. The meaning of the text is lost when there are too many words that a student doesn't know. This goes hand in hand with fluency. Vocabulary development is one of the essential components of language learning. Every student of a foreign language wants to dwell on vocabulary learning. Vocabulary learning has often had a pivotal role in foreign language learning. It is believed that the number of vocabulary items which an author uses in his work is a clear indicator of his genius. One of the reasons why foreign language learners should pay special attention to the learning of vocabulary is that in any language, the written form of the language uses much more vocabulary than that of the spoken version. Undoubtedly, books written by scholars exhibit thousands of vocabulary, which will make it difficult for the learner to understand the text. One of the first things waiting for the foreign language learner is to come over the vocabulary hurdles, which he is to counter in the books. The aspects of language are accent, grammar, and the vocabulary. So vocabulary is the sole essence of a language. Words are instruments and the tools of thoughts. That is the stock of words used in a language, and that is the backbone of any language. A series of words in foreign language to express meanings. Vocabulary is central to English language teaching because sufficient vocabulary students cannot understand others. We cannot convey a single idea without vocabulary. The importance of vocabulary can be shown with the help of a British linguist, David Abelgan's quote, "Without grammar, very little can be conveyed, but without vocabulary, nothing can be conveyed." So vocabulary development is an important aspect of language development. If language structures make up the skeleton of language, then it is the vocabulary that provides the vital organs and the flesh. Lexis is the core or heart of the language. The acquisition of sufficient vocabulary is crucial for a successful second language use. Words are one of the indispensable parts of foreign language learning because every single unit in a language consists of words. In the process of acquiring a foreign language, one should acquire a number of words. No matter how well the student learns grammar, no matter how successfully the sounds of second language are mastered, without words to express a wide range of meaning, communication in second language cannot take place in any meaningful way. And yet vocabulary seems to be least systemized of all the aspects of learning of a foreign language. In the history of English language teaching of grammar has dominated the language courses, but we should not forget that it is possible to communicate without the knowledge of grammar, but it becomes unthinkable to do it without the cognizance of vocabulary. The teachers of a foreign language are inevitably engaged in teaching vocabulary. Syllabuses and textbooks mostly state their goals in terms of skills, topics, etc. But teachers are still trying to get their students acquainted with the vocabulary. This is because they must enable the students to function accurately, appropriately, and fluently in situations they will find themselves in. One of the tools that permits students to do this is the ability to recognize and produce a wide range of vocabulary items in order to make students more aware and interested in vocabulary development. Teachers should try out different vocabulary teaching techniques, extend the range of activities and games in vocabulary teaching, and show special care in the preparation and presentation of lessons so that vocabulary learning does not seem ambiguous. These are some 5 steps of learning the new words: encountering new words, getting the word form, getting a clear image, learning the meaning of the word, and using the word. These are some tips. Read, read, and read. The more you read, especially novels, magazines, and newspapers, the more words you will learn. Keep a dictionary handy. Build your own dictionary. Learn a word a day. Play some games. Engage in conversations. Brainstorming on a topic is a great way to get started. Context makes learning easier and better. Teach relevant vocabulary. Encourage the learners to keep a notebook. What is another way to say that we have to ask our students? It is not only about the content, but also the way we teach. Make content more appealing. These are some vocabulary techniques. In the end, I would like to give you analysis of word parts that can be the prefix, root, or the suffix. Association, cognate awareness, dictionary activities, discussion of word meanings, flashcards, games, illustrations, drawings, realia, matching meanings and collocations, mnemonic devices, parts of speech tables, semantic mapping and semantic grids, synonyms and antonyms, word family exercises. So thanks for your patience, and any question, please.
Thank you, sir, for your excellent presentation on the given topic. I do believe that we will be highly benefited after listening to your scholarly presentation. Thank you. Respected participants, if there are any question about this topic, please raise your hand.
Dr. Bhatti, just I have a simple question. Actually, when we teach vocabulary, I mean word meanings, what do you think? Suppose we are going on with a text. A teacher has a text to teach. He has got the book. Now, how should he start? I mean, to make the students relaxed in learning the vocabulary. I'm a very, I mean, kind of suppose amateur teacher starting. How to start it to make it more interesting for the students?
Thank you very much, sir, for your very nice question. Actually, if I talk about my routine, whenever I go in the class, especially if I take some text, I just try to check their previous knowledge by putting some and writing some word on the whiteboard and asking them how we can make some more meanings of that, like the word family. Let's suppose I write down the stop. There is a word in a text, in some paragraph, stop. I write the stop and ask them what are the synonyms of that and what are the antonyms of that. So it depends on the teacher how well he is going to arrange the activities and how well he is going to check their previous knowledge. After checking their previous knowledge, I do some sort of the brainstorming, and then I develop myself towards my lectures.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I got it.
Nice of you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
May I ask a question?
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Can you please explain what do you mean by mnemonic devices?
Yes, ma'am. Mnemonic devices are the giving the same meaning or same thing to that, like dear and dear. These are these are mnemonic devices. Yes.
Homophones, right?
Yes, homophones. Like.
Okay.
Thank you for your fruitful questions. Now, my humble request to our Honorable President Muhammad Humayun Kabir Sir to hand over the certificate to Dr. Safdar Bhatti Sir for the topic New Trends in Teaching Vocabulary to the ESL Learners. Sir.
Thank you. First of all, again, Dr. Safdar Bhatti Sir, what should I say? Heartfelt thanks for such a nice presentation. Actually, we are being so much benefited. You know, we teach in a different way, maybe like that. We don't have any, I mean, organized way of teaching sometimes because of lack of sufficient training for the teachers. But these presentations really adding great to our already achieved experience and knowledge. Thank you. Thank you so much. Certificate of appreciation. This certificate is proudly presented to Dr. Muhammad Safdar Bhatti from Pakistan in grateful recognition and heartfelt gratitude for serving as guest speaker at 8th International Webinar of International English Language Teachers Association, Bangladesh. held via Zoom on 18 November 2022. Topic, new trends in teaching vocabulary to the ESL learners. Over to you. Thank you.
You are welcome,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Sonai.
Now I'm inviting our last speaker of today's webinar, Rasha Nadim Al-Timani from Lebanon. Before that, here is a short introduction about her. Rasha Nadim Al-Timani, a teacher of English for Cycle 3 and 4 students at Lebanese public and private schools in Mount of Lebanon. She is also professor of English at the Islamic University of Beirut. She is IELTA coordinator of the Cove district. She has finished her M2 in professional English from Islamic University of Lebanon. Now she is preparing her thesis. She has long years of working experience as a teacher of English, worked as a human resources supervisor and as a property trainer at 4 Points by Sheraton Bhamon, also controller and corrector in Baccalaureate and Brevet English Committee. She highly supports teaching with the 21st Century Interactive Communicative Technology Methodology, ICT, and using technology-based approach. She is known to be patient, innovative, objective, and highly devoted to her career. She tries her best to tailor her explanation to suit every student, also to make them love the material, promote an atmosphere of interest and motivation, while keeping her grip on the classroom management. May I request to Rasha Nadim Al-Timani to present her topic, Have Fun While Practicing Vocabulary Task. Ma'am. Ma'am, can you hear us?
Yes, madam, thank you for your introduction. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, are you able to see my screen? So, today, as you know, my topic is about having fun while explaining our through games, while teaching vocabulary or while having vocabulary tasks. The points that I'm going to cover are what vocabulary is, the why behind teaching vocabulary, the how of teaching. Also, I'm going to introduce a theoretical background to teaching vocabulary words, principles, and the techniques of teaching it. Finally, how games are used in teaching. First of all, I want to start by using this saying for Dr. Calvin Maxwell. Our job as teachers or educators is to teach or guide learners. When we have them or whom we have. So we have to be careful not to follow our own way. They are not our own kids. They are for everyone. They are all the kids around you. So our jobs is to teach students we have, not the ones we would like to have. We don't want them to be images of us. The why behind vocabulary. Why vocabulary? Why words? Words are everything. The straight point. Without words, children cannot speak, cannot talk about themselves, about their places, about their things, or even about what they are doing, their actions, or even their relation. Through vocabulary words, we tell our stories, we express our feelings, our ideas, we communicate together. What about, can we perform or work anything on our 4 language skills without vocabulary words? Definitely no. It's a student's goal to acquire, to learn, and to use new vocabulary words and the new words. A rich vocabulary words makes the skills of listening, speaking, reading, and writing, they are easier to perform by it. Also, Learners with poor vocabulary level get frustrated easily in trying to express their thoughts, resulting in higher affected words. Also, vocabulary is the bridge to learn the language and the skills and its components. In brief, its mastery affects the mastery of language. Why is it important also? I have these points to improve. I don't want to fall into repetition, but the vocabulary are for improving our ability to read words, to improve our ability to understand what we are reading. Also, it helps our students to know about some words and read and understand them. Also helps them to show what they know, helps them learn more about the topics we are teaching. Theoretical background. All of us know that it's known that there's a correlation between the size of vocabulary words and individuals' reading comprehension, between being a good communicator or a leader, conception and understanding of the word outside. Also, of the horizon of thinking, whether the learning experience is enjoyable or not. Moreover, there is a connection between the ways we learn things and how we remember or recall them. That's why if a word is learned effectively, it's stored, retained firmly, and it's easily retrieved. Now, what about how do we teach vocabulary words? First and the most important, we have to make it interesting. We have to choose vocabulary words that are related also to interesting topics, the topics that our children are interested in. They love, they want, they are eager to know about, they have passion to know about these topics and as well about these words related to the topic. We have to keep these vocabulary words relevant, related to the topic. We don't want to overload our children. It's very important to do this because sometimes children and kids are depressed. I'm unable to use difficult words or weird ones. We want to attract the teacher's attention. It is very, very wrong to have this in our kids' mind. Also, we have to set achievable goals. We want them to work for dreams, impossible dreams. No, let our targets be achievable ones. So for this, we have to teach them words in context. I have these 3 points here in the corner. The words we are targeting are the suitable for the student's ability. Also the amount of time we give to students to learn them and the number of the words. We don't want to exhaust our kids. Now, what about, for this reason, the how of teaching these vocabulary? The first step, and this is the first, it's to have to present, to introduce these words. How can this be done? It can be done by using anything which is available within our hands. As not whether it's simple, we don't want it. Maybe I have nothing. I know that all of us live in not high technological situations. Our schools are not highly equipped. Sometimes the students also do not have all the material required. So we can use available visuals. Let them bring their things, and also we can have a picture or something. We can use body language, gestures, and actions. Also, we have many other techniques. The ball, paper ball, it's available everywhere. We can make a ball and we can use it in our explanation. Words in contextual clues, very nice to do this. Let them understand, let them deduce it. Guessing prediction, and also they can find the relation among the words. The second step, help students remember new words. If they do not use it, they will lose language language is practicing. It depends a lot on remembering, recalling it, and practice it. So we have a wonderful mean, which is learning with our friends. Learners know from and remember information from that they learn from with their friends better than the information that we teach them. So what about having fun and playing games with their friends, and at the same time they can recall these words? Step number 3, make sure students make new words their own. Let them practice, let them form their own sentences, use these words to express, to talk about themselves. Strategies to teach vocabulary words. Label everything in your classroom. So let we have these tools available. Let can we use them? Let them be beneficial in our process of this. Reteach key vocabulary words. Don't let them have surprises or shocked by these words. Reteach them. It's very nice to know them. Play vocabulary games. So also we can have games, and also in the end of this of my speech, I'm going to introduce different games that we can use in teaching this vocabulary. Use new words in a sentence. Here I displayed, or I showed an example. The best, as all of us know, the vocabulary instructions, it's about Marzoni's steps to teach vocabulary. And in this we have step number 1, the teacher explains and connects. So when I have a word, let me explain it. Let me connect authentic to my surrounding, to an example, students familiar with it. Then, second step, students restates or explains. They are going to use it using their own words. Let them retell, but retell the meaning or say it in their own words. Third step, students create a picture. Let them draw, let them role play, or present or act it. Step number 4, let them be engaged, involved in this process, in activities. But we have to be careful. These activities, let's avoid a little bit having individual activities. Let them have with the friends, pairs, groups. It's very nice. Step number 5, discuss the word together. It's very nice to share. Let's know, maybe they can give us another way of using this word. Let them be, let's see their creativity, let's see their work. Finally, the 6th step, play games with words. It's very nice. And all of us know the importance of having games and what it creates to our children. These also are the steps, but in different way. So games, what for in vocabulary? First of all, it's very fun. It's very nice to have this atmosphere, relaxed one. It's creations theory, by the way. According to creation theory, having fun and relaxation help in the process of learning. Learners also are more active, and games promote problem solving and what all of us target to critical thinking. We want our kids to be critical thinkers. We don't want them to be just only to acquire this knowledge. Also, games helps the learning process construction, emphasizing positivity and interpersonal skills. What about cooperation? By games, children learn and acquire this cooperative spirit, inclusion. It's very important to learn this, to acquire, to have this at our classes. We're different. We are dealing with different students, different levels, different styles, and this is the image that we have with Mr. Howard Gardner image. He wants us to apply at our schools and our classes. Also, through games, we develop habits and skills of dialogue speech. And also, learners will be able to communicate spontaneously, in a natural way, because they are playing and they are not paying any attention for these rules, being afraid of saying or mentioning anything difficult or anything wrong. And also, we will, in an intentional way, in a spontaneous way, are going to remember and recall these words. So this is, I mentioned them quickly. How to gamify our classroom? First of all, we can try applications, the available ones, Kahoot, Class Dojo, set frequent class competition. It's very nice to have this when they are competing for having pluses, for having to, learners like to be acknowledged, like to be recognized at our classes. It's very nice. All of us also as teachers, we love to be recognized and we love to hear positive comments. Challenge, it's related also competition. Create levels of learning which students are encouraged to work out to do it with. Send online our certificates to students, a piece of paper with a star or something, a good work. It makes a big difference. Also, we can share these as prizes, names, list of honor. It's very nice to have list of honor, not only at our classrooms, but also if it's displayed in a place where they can see it in the playground. So it's very nice to be recognized not only by his teachers or her teacher, but also by the others, by the students of the whole school. Here I have this about gamification. It's like a game of Monopoly. Here I'm going to list some examples. Vocabulary twister, all of you are familiar with it. Also, I have bingo, many different uh, games. Also, rock and roll. We can use dice. We can use here. I can, for example, they can define a word. They can talk about their hobbies. They can make meaning. They can draw it with what it reminds them. And this is famous in our country. It's about snake and the rattle. They can use it, and also each number it represents something. I have here an example displayed. Also, this is about nowadays we are very close to the Mondial and we are very close to the World Cup. So how kids are interested in football and in playing it. Let's have this. They are interested in this topic. Let's bring it to our classroom. So I have also this one, this football game. It's related to what? It's related to vocabulary, and they can play it and we can use it in order to learn to teach our students new words. Here I display this chart at my classroom, and also I wanted to share it with you about things, the steps or the instructions that we can avoid and things that we should do. So it's very nice also to have it at our classrooms, like we have the editors, writers. It's good to have something, they have a look at it and to remind us as teachers to follow these when we are going to teach our students, especially something which is new to them. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am, for your informative and intellectual presentation on the given topic.
Thank you.
Respected participants, if there are any questions about this topic, please raise your hand.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, madam.
Do you think vocabulary games can help a shy student to learn a vocabulary?
Yes, yes, by sharing, when they communicate easily with their friends, they will talk. Games build, and it helps us uh, to be spontaneous, to act without being afraid of the other's opinion, without being afraid of no. So, and our mission as an educator, I hate to say teacher, because the teacher word reminds us of a preaching. We are not here to preach. We're here to
Okay.
educate this person and to guide. In this way, I'm building his personality also. So when he's involved, he will not be shy. And that's why in my presentation, I mentioned we have to avoid individual work, because individual work, especially when teaching vocabulary or when I teach vocabulary, it means the student has to speak. So in this way, when he must speak, he will not be shy and he must be encouraged, motivated to share. So in this way, by games, definitely we will not have any shy students.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, my humble request to the Honorable President Muhammad Humayun Kabir Sir to hand over the certificate to Rasha Nadim Altimani ma'am for the topic Have Fun While Practicing Vocabulary Task. Sir.
Thank you. I'd like to first
Thank you.
thank from the core of my heart
Before,
Rasha Timani.
please, can I say something, Mr.?
Please.
I would like to thank you, first of all, IELTA Bangladesh, for inviting me for the second time for being a speaker in her events. So I'm really grateful. Thank you. Thanks for giving me this honor to be one of you. Thank you.
What should I
I'm
say?
really, and I'm speechless about this.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Actually, we are being benefited so much that we can't express in words. Believe me, IELTA Bangladesh is really proud of having this, under the IELTA, and we are having intellectuals, knowledgeable persons like you that presenting and enriching our knowledge. Believe it, it's a great, addition to our experience. For the teachers, first of all, you reminded me, all the teachers, let us think that we are not teachers, we are educators as well as facilitators. That's right. Thank you, Rasha, reminding us of that not to teach, not to preach, but to educate and facilitate. Thank you. Certificate of appreciation.
Good.
This certificate is proudly presented to Rasha Nadim Altimani from Lebanon in grateful recognition and heartfelt gratitude for serving as guest speaker at 8th International Webinar of International English Language Teachers Association, Bangladesh, held via Zoom on 18 November 2022. Topic, have fun while practicing vocabulary tasks. Thank you. Thank you, Rasha. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, dear participant, for your questions, and we are very grateful to our speaker for their time, effort, and patience to make this event successful. Now it is time to get some feedback from our guest of honors. We have Dr. Neil Arevalo Alcantara, IELTA President, Peru, Sola Abu Zaid, IELTA Vice President, Lebanon, Dr. Afseen Salahuddin, IELTA General Secretary, Pakistan, Dr. Green Cortizano, IELTA Academic Director, Philippines, Nirmala Devi Kandasame, IELTA Learner Department Chief of Malaysia. My humble request to our honorable guest to give some valuable feedback about today's webinar.
They are not present, actually.
I think there is Iman. Please, could you speak, please? I raised her hand. Iman. Altanoi.
Hello.
Yes, please. We can hear you.
I am from Egypt.
Egypt. Oh, fine.
Nice to
Country
nice
of
to contact
pyramid.
with you all. Thank you very much. How can I keep that PowerPoint of the session of Miss Rasha?
Yeah, I think our Vice Principal Rezaul Karim sir can say about it. Reza sir, could you please say something about it? How can we get?
I will share it. No worries, I will share it.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
That will be better. Yes.
Okay, we can. I have taken the screenshots of the slides and I can send it to our WhatsApp group, IELTA Bangladesh page.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then you can contact with our
Yes.
ambassador or in our IELTA Bangladesh WhatsApp page. So from there you can get it. But
And I think it's
you
more.
must not get
Yes,
the soft copy, but rather you can get the screenshots.
And I think I would like to request the guest of speakers. I mean, if you could send the PowerPoint presentation, if it is possible for you, to WhatsApp or our IELTA Bangladesh group, it would be very, helpful.
Sir,
beneficial to
concerning
Yes,
sir,
sure.
concerning my presentation, it's already with the ambassador. So
Okay,
we
fine.
already sent.
Okay, fine. That's
Thank you.
fantastic. And other president will be waiting for that. Thank you so much. Thank you indeed. Any other, please, comments or feedback from our distinguished audience? Please feel free to ask any questions, comment. That will help us to go ahead.
Miss Brinda madam, hello. Brinda madam from Mauritius. Are you present?
Anybody, anyone from anywhere, please feel free to say anything you like to.
Biranba, Mr. Biranba.
Yes, sir.
Please say something about our seminar.
There is a question in the chat box from Abdullah Chandiro.
Oh, Sarah is there. Yes, Zaidan. Sarah Zaidan, please carry on. IELTA of Lebanon. Sarah, are you there? We are waiting for your comments, please. Sarah Zaidan. I think Sarah raised her hand. I don't know. Willingly or
Hello,
unwillingly.
sir.
Yes, please.
Okay, Biranba speaking.
Oh, please, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm very happy today because I noticed that today's meeting is very, very helpful and very learning. And what I learned a lot today, and I really appreciated this kind of webinar because it helped me, for example, to develop my skills in several, for example, factors. And also I noticed again that here it is a kind of community in which all the members here are like relatives in terms of connecting people. So it's very kind of you. I want also to congratulate Dr. Safdar Bati and also to congratulate my friend Reza for inviting me in this wonderful platform. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Biran. Thank you so much for joining, and I really appreciate it. Appreciate your patience that you have been here for a long time. So from first to the last. So thank you very much for joining.
Excuse me, can I share?
Yeah, Iman, please. Iman wants to say something.
Yes. When you teach new vocabulary, did you concentrate on the American accent or the British accent?
Yeah, Reza sir, do you like to say something
Here
regarding?
in Egypt, most of the time we concentrate on the British accent, but we like the American accent. Most of the students
To,
or
to, to, to tell you
teachers sometimes
frankly, to tell you frankly, it's a, I mean,
I
merging
think
of
I'm sorry.
American and British, it becomes a Bangladeshi accent sometimes like that. To tell you frankly, we even teachers, you know, sometimes we're not that
Did
much
your
aware of
students listen to the native speakers or they don't?
our students even. They sometimes say schedule, some people say schedule. It goes on like that.
The teacher, I mean the teacher. Did he?
No, the teacher. Actually, you know, we had been following the British accent or British system from the since the beginning, but nowadays American accent is also coming slowly. So if you ask us about accent or even spelling, we still are going on with British a little bit more, but still there is also American accent. I'm also talking about spelling as well. So if we talk about accent, it's still we are going on with both accents,
Yes.
believe
Thank
it.
you very much. Thank you.
Rashta ma'am will tell something probably.
Yes, yes. Those who raised hand, feel free. Rasha, carry on,
Yes,
please. Then Idrisu.
I want to comment just only about accent. It's no matter whether it's American, British, or whatever.
Yes.
The most important thing is to make your words clear. Students
Yes.
must hear clear words. This is very important because if I pretend, I can say play or mimic accents or something, but I'm an actor. Let it be spontaneous. So it is say your words in your own language. It's okay. I can't be American and I can't at the same time be British. So let your words be clear and these words be spontaneous and natural because if they notice that the teacher is acting or pretending this, they will do the same. And in this way, we will have, they will be afraid, they will be shy to participate. So this is very important concerning accent.
Yes.
I'm sorry for this.
That's okay.
Thank
That's
you.
fine. That's
Yes,
fine.
that's right.
Yes,
Most of the students
Idrisu.
will be shy.
Now Idrisu is
Yes.
there.
Sorry, Mr. Kaber, can I also recommend just
Yeah, please.
comment on this?
Please,
I have
please.
also things to
Feel
say.
free.
So I agree with the speaker, that's right. And also another point is when I went to England for teachers training seminar course in London, our head teacher also said we were so many teachers from all over the world, from United States, Poland, and Spain, and many different countries. And one of the teachers asked, "Okay, do we have to teach a specific accent, American one or
British.
or the British one?" They don't call it British, actually. They say it Central London accent, they say. And he emphasized that the important thing is, as the speaker mentions, you need to utter the phonemes correctly. That's what matters, not the accent. So we teachers, we don't have to teach one single accent. What I do is, okay, this word is pronounced in BE British English this way, and this one is pronounced in American English this way. So that would be a good idea to teach the differences from British accent, American accent, because they may need to use British accent or American accent, but agree they tend to use American accent more. But I wouldn't say you need to teach British accent or American accent, but please try to teach the phonemes correctly. Teach the phonemes. Phonemes are very important in terms of learning English and vocabulary. So clear words, clear phonemes, that's what matters. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, Idrisu Naba. Thank you, Zuba. Idrisu Naba, please carry on. You raised your hand.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you very much for the opportunity. I just want to express my heartfelt gratitude and appreciations to our resource persons for the in-depth knowledge they have given us. And it is our prayers that it will go a long way in helping us impact to the young ones so that in the future they become excellent men and women of their language. If I'm so grateful, and it is my prayers that, in fact, we should always have this so that it will help us as teachers be able to impact knowledge to the younger ones. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dusnaba. Thank you so much for your valuable comments. Thank you. Is there anybody, please? Yeah, Maliha, we can go for our conclusion.
Thank you everyone for your valuable feedback of today's webinar. We are almost at the end of our webinar tonight. Before concluding, may I request to Mr. Mohammad Humayun Kabir sir, the Honorable President of IELTA Bangladesh, to deliver his presidential speech.
Thank you. Thank you indeed, dear audience, for your valuable presence and making this webinar a grand success, I should say. Your presence has made this international webinar a great success. I would like to thank the guests of honors and the speakers, Tuba, Sarah, Dr. Sabdarvati, and all other distinguished attendees for joining the webinar. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our dynamic ambassador, Siddhartha Shekhar বিশ্বাস, for his continuous and sincere efforts to make the webinar a success. Thank you, Siddhartha Shekhar বিশ্বাস, sir. I cannot but express my heartfelt gratitude to our executive committee member and VP, Mr. Mithun Mandal and Rezaul Karim sir, respectively, for their untiring efforts to make this webinar a success. And I also would like to extend my cordial thanks to our anchor, Maliha Anjum, whose anchoring really has made this webinar more colorful and more attractive. Once again, I would like to thank all my executive committee members of IELTA Bangladesh. And last but not the least, thank you, distinguished guests of honor, speakers, and all audience. My heartfelt thanks to you all on behalf of IELTA Bangladesh. And thus we come to the end of our today's webinar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable speech. And it was the end of the program. Thank you all for being with us. It was very informative discussion. I'm feeling highly honored to be part of this program. Thank you.
Thank you all. Assalamu alaikum. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alaikum
Bye-bye.
salam. Goodbye.